Friends, this Earth of ours, which today is so lush and beautiful, is actually 4.5 billion years old. If we compress the entire history of Earth into a single day, our ancient ancestors, the early hominids who appeared on Earth 6 to 7 million years ago, would show up in the last second of that day. And we modern humans, Homo sapiens, who came into existence just 300,000 years ago, would appear in only a tiny fraction of that final second. The noteworthy point is that in this entire timeline, humans weren't even present on Earth. So, the question arises, who was here during that time? Was the Earth completely empty, or is there some hidden secret? In today's video, we're going to explore this very question. Were we humans the first advanced civilizations, or were there other ancient life forms or advanced civilizations on Earth millions or billions of years ago? And if they existed, why haven't we found any traces of them? If you're ready, let's dive into this mystery together. Friends, we humans have always considered ourselves special. We think we're the first intelligent species to build skyscrapers, control electricity, and send rovers to Mars. But in 2018, two scientists, Adam Frank and Gavin Schmidt, proposed a fascinating thought experiment called the silurian hypothesis. This hypothesis isn't the plot of a sci-fi movie, but a genuine scientific exercise. Frank and Gavin don't claim that advanced civilizations existed. They're simply asking the scientific community, if an advanced industrial civilization ever existed on Earth, could we find its traces in geological records today? Their question gave the scientific community a new perspective, to broaden our search criteria and consider what traces of our civilization would remain in the future if it went extinct. Scientists estimate that if humans disappeared today, within a few thousand years, our massive buildings would collapse, plastic would degrade, and radioactive waste would gradually fade away. In other words, even our highly advanced civilization might leave barely any trace in the future. Now imagine, if there was a civilization before us, its traces would likely have been erased long ago. But the key point is that this is just a theoretical scenario. There's no solid evidence that such ancient civilizations existed. First, let's understand where the name Silurian hypothesis comes from. Friends, the name is inspired by two things. The first inspiration comes from the Silurian period, a geological time period from about 443 to 419 million years ago. During that time, life existed in Earth's oceans, but there's no evidence of any intelligent life. There were trees, plants, and animals, but no advanced civilizations. The second inspiration comes from pop culture. In the famous sci-fi TV series Doctor Who advanced reptilian creatures called silurians are depicted as living on Earth before humans, possessing highly advanced technology. Frank and Gavin chose this name partly for fun and partly to make people think scientifically about whether an advanced civilization could have existed on Earth before us. According to Frank and Gavin's thought experiment, Earth's geological processes are so powerful that they can erase the physical traces of any civilization. Tectonic plates, erosion, and fossilization work together like a giant eraser, wiping clean the Earth's surface. Let's understand plate tectonics. The Earth's crust is made up of large plates that slowly move, collide, and sink into subduction zones. These zones are like Earth's recycling centers, where old crust gradually disappears. This process is happening right where you're sitting so slowly that we don't notice it. But over millions of years, it can erase entire continents, cities, and civilizations. An interesting fact is that the oldest oceanic crust on Earth is only about 200 million years old, meaning all older oceanic history has been wiped out. Speaking of erosion, water, wind, and ice cut through mountains and fill valleys. When erosion isn't enough, fossilization takes over. Concrete, metal, and plastic eventually break down under nature's pressure. So what's left in the end? In this context, Frank and Gavin suggest a new angle, looking for chemical fingerprints. You might be wondering, what are chemical fingerprints? In reality, large-scale industrial activities like burning fossil fuels, extensive farming, or mining leave behind chemical signatures. These signatures get embedded in rocks, sediments, and soils, and can remain for millions or billions of years, even if buildings and tools disappear. For example, when we burn fossil fuels, carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere, but this CO2 is isotopically light, meaning it has more carbon-12 isotopes and fewer carbon-13 isotopes. If an ancient civilization burned fossil fuels, the sedimentary rocks from that time might show a different carbon-12 to carbon-13 ratio, similar to what we see in rocks after the Industrial Revolution. Similarly, if they practiced large-scale farming with nitrogen-based fertilizers, unusual patterns in nitrogen-15 levels might be detectable. These are isotopic clues that get locked in rocks over time. So, if we want to find traces of ancient civilizations, we shouldn't just look at rocks or fossils, but focus on chemical signatures. These are the clues that even geological processes can't erase and could be useful for investigations millions or billions of years later. The problem is, no conclusive chemical fingerprints have been found so far. But friends, the story doesn't end here. Frank and Gavin proposed another fascinating idea: the nuclear technology angle. Imagine if a very ancient civilization used nuclear energy. It sounds a bit like sci-fi, but theoretically, it's possible. If such a civilization built nuclear reactors, they would have left behind specific radioactive isotopes like plutonium-244 and iodine-129. These isotopes are rare and have very long half-lives, lasting millions or billions of years. If we found traces of these isotopes in geological layers, it could be a strong signal that someone operated nuclear reactors. However, the catch is that such isotopes can also form through natural processes. For example, about 2 billion years ago in Oklo, West Africa, natural nuclear reactors formed. These weren't man-made reactors. Uranium deposits accumulated in such large quantities that nuclear fission reactions occurred naturally. This means Earth itself can produce nuclear reactions, and these signals could confuse us. So, if we find isotopes like plutonium-244 or iodine-129, scientists would need to carefully analyze whether they are natural or artificial. So far, no clear evidence has been found to prove that an ancient civilization used nuclear technology. Another major question is about climate change. Frank and Gavin raised the question, could an ancient civilization have burned fossil fuels in such large quantities that it altered Earth's climate? In this context, they gave a significant example, the Paleocene-Eocene thermal maximum, PETM. This event occurred about 56 million years ago when global temperatures rose by 5 to 8 degrees Celsius. Carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere spiked, ocean acidity increased, and the entire environment changed dramatically. This event lasted about 200,000 years. But when scientists studied the PETM, they found no evidence of civilizations at that time. Most studies suggest that the PETM was caused by natural processes, such as massive volcanic activity, sudden methane gas release, or the breakdown of organic carbon. Most importantly, the rate at which carbon dioxide was released during the PETM was much slower than the human-driven climate change we see today. So, linking the PETM to ancient civilizations is just a thought-provoking question, not a scientific claim. Now let's talk about dinosaurs. Friends, we often think of dinosaurs as huge, terrifying creatures, but that's not the full truth. In 2021, paleontologist Diego Paul conducted an interesting study on a dinosaur called *Mosaurus*. It revealed that *Mosaurus* returned to their nesting sites every year, meaning they had memory and environmental awareness. Moreover, there was a division of labor in their groups. Females cared for eggs, males protected the nests, and juvenile dinosaurs went foraging for food. This was a complex social system, somewhat similar to some social animals today, but the key point is that this is complex behavior, part of the animal's social and family life, not a civilization. Speaking of Trudon*, a small, bird-like dinosaur, its brain was the largest relative to its body size among dinosaurs. It had binocular vision, meaning it could see depth with both eyes, and its hands had grasping abilities, allowing it to hold objects. This led scientists to believe that Trudon* might have been capable of complex tasks like hunting in groups. Based on this, paleontologist Dale Russell proposed a thought experiment. If the massive asteroid hadn't struck Earth 66 million years ago, could Trudon* have evolved into an intelligent creature like humans? However, this is just an imagination. No evidence has been found to suggest that Trudon* or any dinosaur made tools, used fire, or developed advanced technology. So the idea of a dinosaur civilization is a fun imagination but lacks any solid or scientific evidence. So friends, the Silurian hypothesis doesn't claim that ancient advanced civilizations definitely existed. In fact, it only raises a thought-provoking question. If such a civilization existed, could we recognize it? Would its traces remain in Earth's rocks after millions of years? This idea suggests that we should explore it further through scientific methods. like searching for chemical fingerprints, analyzing isotopic anomalies, studying rare radioactive isotopes, and examining ancient climate events like the PETM. The hypothesis says to use a bit of imagination but also maintain scientific skepticism. Think, question, and then research. Could it be possible? So friends, what do you think? Was there an advanced civilization on Earth millions of years ago? Did they build cities, fight wars, and burn fossil fuels to heat the planet, as we're doing? Or is it all just our imagination, lost forever in Earth's geological history? Friends, please share your opinions in the comment section below. If you learned something new, or found this video interesting, please like it and share it with your friends and family. And if you're new to this channel, please subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you don't miss our upcoming videos. We'll meet again in another video with a new topic. Until then, bye.